Good morning, y'all. I'm going to be working on this fall journal that I started about a year ago and never completed, and I found it stored in a box along with these papers from ephemera's and I will also be using some Artie Mays papers in here, printable digital papers. Some that were purchased, some that were freebies. They can be found in her Etsy shop or through her Facebook group, Artie Mays and Friends. Now, the orange grungy papers that you see inside of the book are papers that I dyed myself and then grunged up with some vintage photo distress ink. And you can see I already made some pockets in here. This postcard is from Artie Mays, and this little note card is from Ephemera's Vintage Garden. And I'm just going to ink these up with some vintage photo in Distress Oxide. If y'all could just ignore my ugly art sweater. This is a sweater I've had for years and years and years. And it has holes and stains and ink and paint and all kinds of things on it. And I tend to wear this one when I'm working on my art projects during the winter. And I'm just going to make a double pocket here by gluing these two sides together. And then I'll flip this over, glue along both sides again and along the bottom of the whole piece. And then I end up with a double pocket, a small pocket on the bottom and a deeper pocket on the top. I cut out this leaf card and I'm going to ink it up and put it in the bottom pocket. I chose this full page image to make a card for the deeper pocket, and I'll just use my cutting board here to cut that down to size and then ink it up and get it put into the journal. More inking, lots and lots of inking in this journal. Okay, I'm going to put that in that pocket and go to another page. Here I want to make a little side tuck. I'm just going to glue along one side and the bottom. And now I have a little side tuck here. And more inking. I want to make sure that everything flows nicely. And then I found this scrappy piece of stationery paper that was still glued to the backing page from the notebook I took it out of. I made a little booklet to fit in to this little tuck spot. When I'm working inside of a journal, I tend to flip back and forth like this and just do random pages until I feel like there's a good flow to the journal. I don't just start in the front and go all the way through to the back and complete a journal. I always go back and forth. Just cutting another image and inking the edges of that up, and I will glue this onto the back of this dyed paper. This dyed paper came out really thin for some reason. I don't know why. After it dried, it was really thin, so it needed to be stiffened up. And then I found this little ticket from Artie Mays, and I know I want to use it in here, and I'm just trying to decide where. So I finally decided, finished cutting around it, and then we'll glue it onto that page on the left. And now I need something with some color to go along with that. So I was kind of playing around. I had some calendar image strips that I had saved a long time ago and decided to use a piece of this fall foliage calendar page. So I just cut a strip to fit and glued that on the front of the pocket. And this is where I'm going to stop this video. Thanks for watching, y'all. I'll be posting at least one more video, maybe two today, where I am working on this journal.